Hello, and welcome to Beering in Mind Beer Reviews. From today, we will be looking at five very new beers from Kyoto Brewing Company in Kyoto, Japan. And they are one of the better breweries in Japan, in my estimation, if not the best. And they have been around for about 5 years now. In fact, they are just past their fifth anniversary. They started in 2015 and showed up at the Kyoto Craft Beer Festa and poured their first beer, which was appropriately called Hajimemashite, which is nice to meet you in Japanese. And they have been around for 5 years and gradually grown into one of the better breweries in Japan. Actually, I shouldn't say that. They really started out as one of the better breweries in Japan, and they have consistently been good. And I should give a full disclosure. I happen to know the three founders of the brewery. They are an American, a Canadian, and a Welshman. And they met when they were on the JET program, which provides language teaching professionals to high schools and junior high schools throughout Japan. And they met when they were quite a bit younger in northern Japan. And the main brewer, head brewer, apparently had this dream of opening a brewery. And he came to Kyoto to live, and he worked at a university in Kyoto. And the other two worked in Tokyo in various financial businesses, financial firms. And one of them decided to get an MBA. And in fact, one night in a bar in Kyoto, I met the head of his MBA program, who had been an old friend of mine from a long time ago. And he mentioned that he had been his MBA advisor, and his master's MBA thesis project was designing a business, which is a brewery. And it was the design for this Kyoto brewery. In the meantime, the head brewer went to the U.S. for training and also did an internship in Lost Abbey in Southern California, and also did another internship at Shiga Kogen in Nagano Prefecture in Japan, which is one of the better breweries in Japan for sure. And he was also a very active home brewer in Kyoto, and we would occasionally meet, and he would give us his home brews, and we would enjoy them and comment on them, and he was an excellent home brewer. Anyway, right out of the gate in 2015, they started making great beers, and they haven't looked back. And today we're going to look at five of their new beers, and this came in a set. They recently started a couple of clubs that you can join to get monthly deliveries of beer, and I joined the two different sets clubs, one with very special kind of limited edition beers, and one with which will feature just their regular new beers. They have often some seasonals that they put out. This beer, well, actually, I'll announce it in the next episode here, but Kyoto Brewing is one of the better breweries in Japan. We're going to look at five new beers from them. And now let's take a look at another beer from Kyoto Brewing, and this is a rather interesting one. It was planned recently and produced recently. It's called All Together, and this is part of a kind of worldwide project which was originated by Other Half Brewing in New York in the United States. And the whole purpose of this is to as it says here on the label, to support hospitality industry businesses that are having trouble during this time of coronavirus. And of course that would include a number of restaurants and bars and breweries. So the basic point behind this was that all breweries would work using the same recipe with some small adjustments for example, local ingredients, and so in Kyoto Brewing's case, all the proceeds are going to a group called Kyoto Self Lockdown, which is a crowdfunding project designed to support restaurants and bars that closed early to help prevent the spread of coronavirus in the city of Kyoto. And so apparently the money is going to help support those. People are really hurting. And the style is IPA. And in this case, they decided to make it kind of a sort of a mixed IPA. It's not really East Coast style or West Coast style. And I don't exactly know. I haven't had it yet, but we will try. In Japan, 14 breweries across the country have taken part in this project, and each of them are making an all-together beer. I recently saw TDM 1874 has come out with theirs, and so it's available too as well. Okay, so shall we give this a go? This one on RateBeer has only 3 ratings, 3.83 score, which is pretty high. The style is IPA. It is a 6%er, 25 international bittering units. Not terribly high for an IPA, but we'll see. We'll see how it is. Okay, very, very clear. Kind of pale lager clear. See right through it. And a nice solid finger of fluffy white foam. Carbonation. What do we see? See anything coming up? Very, very fine carbonation. If you look over to one side, you can see tiny streams of carbonation floating up. Let's put her in the light here and see what we get. Okay, color. All right. Okay, let's try the aroma now. Oh my. Yeah. I'm making a guess on this. I'm guessing Mosaic and Citra. Maybe something New Zealand in here. Motueka, maybe. I don't. Yeah. Okay. I would say this is a kind of mid-Pacific IPA. As far as their local ingredients Kyoto uses, I don't really know, and I don't think they really claim on their website exactly what they did use here, but the only thing they did say was they're trying to make it neither East nor West Coast, and I see that. I'd say, if anything, it would tend more towards West, but nice solid maltiness, plenty of kind of deep tropical fruit in this, and yeah, it keeps on going in your in the back of the mouth when it's in the final stage. Nice tart fruitiness. Maybe something like pineapple in it. Interesting beer, really nice. Yeah, I've never had a bad beer from Kyoto Brewing, and I just don't think they're capable of doing it. They may surprise me someday, but this is wonderful. These guys are starting to branch out and do all kinds of interesting new things. We recently had their first barrel-aged beer and their first Brettanomyces beer. They're playing around with new techniques, one of which they learned from Heretic Brewing, and that will be in a brew that we will try next. So really high quality beer from people at Kyoto Brewing, and this is another one. This is absolutely superb, wonderful IPA. I'm surprised it has only 25 international bittering units. It feels like it has a lot more. Very nice, pleasant beer. Once again, this is called All Together by Kyoto Brewing, 6.5%, 25 IBUs. Go on their website and you can buy some of their beers. A lot of them are selling out. I think they were fortunate to get their website up and going just around the time that the coronavirus started closing down all sorts of venues. And so they are doing quite well, I think, selling online, and they have a variety of their beers there. So go online if you live in Japan and order from Kyoto Brewing. Okay, well, that's it for today. We're going to do another Kyoto Brewing beer next, and I hope you tune in for that. Okay, bye-bye.